All right, let's get right into it. What we're talking about today, it's not just another story about crypto going up or down. No, no. We are talking about a fundamental rewiring of the entire global financial system. I mean, the actual pipes and plumbing that move trillions of dollars around the world every day. They're being ripped out and replaced as we speak. And believe me, this change is happening way faster than most people realize. And look, this isn't some fringe tech thing cooked up in a garage. Listen to this quote from Sandy Kaul over at Franklin Templeton, one of the biggest asset managers on the planet. She says the old guard, the big traditional institutions, they aren't just interested in this change, they're panicking. They see what's coming and they are scrambling in a high-stakes race to adapt before they get left in the dust. This is the story of that race. So, what is this rewiring we're talking about? Well, it's the very foundation, the basic infrastructure, the rails that our entire economy runs on. And for decades, those rails have been, frankly, slow, clunky, and outdated. And now, they're being totally replaced from the ground up.
And this, right here, shows you just how massive that change is. The old world, it runs on something called T plus settlement. That's a fancy way of saying your transactions can take days to actually clear. The whole system literally just turns off at night and on weekends. But the new rails, they're instant. We're talking seconds. They're always on 24/7, 365, and they're truly global. You know, this isn't just a minor speed bump. It's a complete revolution in how money moves.
Okay, so that's the big picture. The whole system's getting an upgrade. But how does this rewiring actually affect you personally? Well, it starts with the most fundamental thing we all have, cash. The very idea of what cash is and what it can do for you is being totally transformed.
And that brings us to this really powerful, kind of provocative question. Think about it. Your bank account today, it's really just a box that holds your money. It doesn't do much else. But what if your cash wasn't just sitting there? What if it could act like an investment, earning you a return every single second, while also being as easy to send as a Venmo? Suddenly, the whole reason for a traditional bank starts to look a little shaky, doesn't it?
For a while, it seemed like stablecoins were going to be the answer here. They're a bridge, for sure, but a much better alternative is quickly taking over. Tokenized money market funds. Now, these are registered, they're regulated financial products. But here's the real kicker. They are designed from day one to earn and pay you yield. And with regulators in a lot of places telling stablecoins they can't pay out interest, well, these funds are becoming the clear choice for digital cash that actually works for you.
And this is the magic of it right here. Just imagine your Venmo balance wasn't just sitting at 0% interest. Imagine it was actually in a money market fund, constantly earning you a little bit of money. You are earning that yield on every single dollar, right up until the literal second you hit send to pay your friend back for lunch. Your cash is no longer lazy. It's always working for you.
And just to be clear, this isn't some little side project. The U.S. money market fund industry alone is a $7 trillion market. That is a mind-bogglingly huge pool of capital that is now getting supercharged with this new technology.
So, the same tech that's reinventing your cash, it's also coming for your entire investment portfolio. This is the beginning of the end for the old one-size-fits-all way of investing, and it's kicking off an era of, well, hyper-personalization.
I mean, just look at the history of how we invest. You can see this clear trend line. We started with these generic off-the-shelf mutual funds. Then we got a little better with model portfolios. Then came direct indexing, which let advisors tweak things a bit for you. But the final jump, the real leap forward, is to these tokenized portfolios, where every single piece is custom fit and optimized just for you. And this is where things get really profound. Once every stock, every bond, every asset you own is just a token in your digital wallet, the entire portfolio itself can be bundled into a single master token. Think about that for a second. Your whole portfolio becomes one programmable asset, and you can then take that asset and put it to work. You could stake it for extra yield, or maybe pledge it as collateral, creating all these new ways for your investments to make you money.
So if we can unbundle an entire portfolio, why would we stop there? This new financial plumbing starts to make you question the very idea of a company's stock.
It makes you ask a pretty simple question. Why do I have to buy the whole pie when I might only be interested in one slice?
Let's just take a huge company that everyone knows, like Amazon. Right now, if you want to invest, you buy one stock, AMZN, and it gets you a piece of everything: their cloud business, their retail website, their delivery trucks, their ad network, the whole shebang. But what if you think AWS is the absolute future, but you're not so hot on the retail business? With tokenization, you could invest directly in a token that only represents the AWS part of the company.
And this isn't just a party trick. It actually creates a way more efficient market. When investors can aim their money with that kind of precision, the company's management gets a crystal clear signal about what parts of the business are working and what aren't. That feedback loop helps them make better decisions. And it basically creates a more dynamic, more responsive version of capitalism.
Okay, we've rewired the rails. We've reinvented cash. We've personalized portfolios. And we've unbundled entire companies. All of these pieces come together for one final massive paradigm shift: the Great Migration, from a world of scattered accounts to a single, unified wallet. Just think about your financial life today. It's probably a mess. You've got a checking account over here, a brokerage account there, your 401ks with some other company. All your assets are scattered, fragmented across all these disconnected silos. Now imagine a single cryptographically secured digital wallet that holds everything: your tokenized cash, your tokenized portfolio, maybe even a token representing your house. All of your wealth finally unified and integrated. And that brings us to this incredible concept: the Uber portfolio. For the very first time, you and the smart algorithms you let help you will have a single, real-time dashboard of your total net worth. But it's not just a dashboard. Think of it as a financial co-pilot, constantly working in the background, automatically optimizing all your assets together to help you reach your goals faster.
And that really leaves us with one final big thought. When every single asset you own becomes a programmable, integrated part of this single massive portfolio, the possibilities are, well, they're almost limitless. It's not just about managing money anymore. It's about creating and building new things with it. So the question isn't just what this technology is going to do. The real question is, what will you do with it?